Welcome back to the show, everybody. We got a good one for you today. We're going to be talking about China and the Winter Olympics and the digital yuan launch. We're also going to be talking about news from the BIS, and we're also going to hear a string of comments from Benoit Coeure, and we're going to talk about the notion, too, that XRP will annihilate the altcoin space. Let's just roll that beautiful intro. Here we go.
This is Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Subscribe for new content notifications. Now, here's Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at BackupBradley above at the top of the screen and everything that we're talking about here today. Let's go ahead and get into this. So Bitcoin coming in at $38,803.87. It's up 15.5% on the 7-day. We are looking at a 1.1, almost $1.2 trillion market cap, which was an all-time high yesterday, I believe. Ethereum coming in now at $1,610.33. It's up almost 20% on the 7-day, down 4.5% on the 24-hour. Looking here, Cardano has moved up to the number 4 spot ahead of XRP. Whoa, it is raging out the door right now at 66 cents. Absolutely on a tear for price here. We're looking at 88.43% gains on the 7-day and 23% of that, almost 24% on the 24-hour. Looking here at the disappointing number 5 spot for XRP, courtesy of the dereliction of duty of the SEC. We're looking at a 43-cent XRP, 0.4324 cents, and we are off 0.36% on the 24-hour and off by 7.31% on the 7-day. Now, let's go ahead and just get into the news. I always like to look at Fiatlink just really quickly because it's beautiful. I love it. The colors, the layout, and being able to see it. And actually, we're back to 44 cents right now. So we're ranging between 42 and 45 cents. We'll keep an eye on that price. We know that we've had some encouraging price calls. And by the way, I've read the comments. Not one person has been able to explain to me in a rational manner why the price is currently going up right now. If you have the answer, because I don't, other than the notion that we may be seeing some of the liquidity being drawn up and bought off of the exchanges. And if we don't see the price return back to 20-some cents in that range that we were in before all of this began with the lawsuits and what have you, then I believe that may be the answer. Let's go ahead and get into this. So we're looking at Michael Val 5 links. Bill Miller runs a $2.25 billion fund, may buy Grayscale's BTC to gain Bitcoin exposure of up to 15%. Woohoo. Hey, hold up a minute. We heard all this, if hedge funds and investment funds are going to get into crypto, it's going to be a 1 to 3% allocation. What does Bill Miller know about the crap storm that's coming in the conventional markets? Yeah, I think he knows what we all know. At some point, there's going to be a pay-to-piper moment, and it's a 1 to 3% allocation of crypto in portfolios isn't going to cut it. Let's keep moving. The Reserve Bank of India, RBI, is actively working on digital currency and will make a decision very soon, the central bank has reportedly confirmed. Meanwhile, payments giant PayPal is shutting down its payment services within India. This seems to me to be like a bit of a shuffle. Like, hey, you got ahead of us here. You need to back that up a minute. Let us get the work done, right? And then we'll let you know when you can come back into the consumer. And I think it's as simple as that, but we'll see, because obviously India's been back and forth, but they are going to roll out cryptocurrency. They did talk recently about banning Bitcoin. Excuse me. I don't think that they do that ultimately, but we will keep an eye on it. Now, here's news that we're really going to want to pay attention to. Put this one on the calendar, because this is that business pressure that I talk about constantly being applied by other countries, mainly China. Looking here from Michael Val 5 links to Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics, just a year away. Countdown is a little over 365 days away, and thus the trial and term digital Wang Fuing Ice and Snow Shopping Festival. The aim was to promote the use of digital yuan in the winter sports and the 2022 Olympic Games. Now, I don't know about you, but when I say write this down on a calendar, because this is the kind of pressure on the world stage that we need to really force resolution to get the rest of the world hopping in the CBDC part of the market here. This is the on and off ramps, right? It has been said by many people all over the place that have said, that China's leading the fourth industrial revolution as we speak. And currently they are. But I don't believe the U.S. is asleep at the wheel. And in fact, I believe that we're going to see something between now and that next year where they have this world stage moment for the showcase of their digital dollar. I believe we're going to see many other things unfold between now and then. And that is something to really make a note of as what we will be collectively as a space. What will this space look like within 1 year? Oh, I think it's going to look a lot different than it does today. The U.S. Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the CFPB, which is the same agency that has amended their rule last summer to include SWIFT GPI and Ripple XRP for settlement between banks and credit unions when it comes to cross-border payments and transparency. They are also looking into unauthorized fund transfers on social payments platform Venmo, according to documents filed with the SEC. I went into this article. I'm not going to read it all to you, but quite simply, PayPal had started offering crypto, and because PayPal is the parent company of Venmo, they have also said, we're intending to open up cryptocurrency to that. And this appears to be CFPB, which is an enforcement agency, which I've brought up. We've covered it extensively. And if you haven't seen the videos about the CFPB approving Ripple and XRP in cross-border transactions for banks and credit unions in the United States, you should go search that in my playlist. It is very profound. So it's also to note that Consumer Financial Protection Bureau is exactly that. It's an enforcement agency. So they are looking to make sure that Venmo has the same proper papers filed to open up crypto to its customers as PayPal has done, I believe. So we'll keep an eye on that. Cross-border CBDC's DLT projects planned by Central Bank Innovation Hub. Today, the Bank of International Settlements Innovation Hub outlined its roadmap of work with central banks. Oh, wait. So they are doing it. But they act like they're not going to do it. This is a ways off. This is a long way to go. Right? They just want you to go to sleep and be numb and hear, oh, it's coming, but it's never coming. Listen, they're not working on this because it isn't happening. It's that simple. Right? And they talk here and they break down the whole retail CBDC, the wholesale CBDC side. And we have a thread that we're going to look at in just a few minutes here. Well, right now, actually. And this is Benoit Coeure who lays it down. Now, listen to this. Okay, I'm technically not a central banker, so let me give you my take. So here we go. All right. This is his response here about CBDCs from Benoit Coeure, okay? And if you don't know, he's on the BIS Innovation Hub, so we're going to want to pay attention to what he's saying. Retail CBDC is a way to give consumers access to payment instrument that has the convenience of modern digital interfaces and the safety of being claimed on a central bank. Wholesale CBDC is a completely different discussion. Just a reminder that, my mind sees that as a huge positive because I see XRP settling everything back end wholesale. That's how I see that. So let's just hear his thread here. If banknotes keep declining, a world without CBDC is one where financial institutions, but not citizens, can access the central bank balance sheet. Is it safe? Does it support trust in the currency? Is it politically acceptable? Some consumers will use CBDC, some will not, and it's fine. There has always been a diversity of payment instruments. Some are public, most are private. This will not change. He's telling you, you have a public and private side here. Yes, CBDC can also facilitate fiscal transfers by empowering fiscal policy. It's in itself good for central banks. But remember, what he doesn't say here is central banks don't really want to hold each other's dollars. This is why we need that neutral asset to sit in the middle of this. Can interest-bearing CBDCs help monetary transmission? The jury is out. Maybe yes. I once called it precision surgery in the Euler equation. Sorry for the pedantry, but it may have side effects to be studied further, and it's a monetary policy, not a payment discussion. Now, this touches on what you and I on this show have gone round and round about constantly. It is a reminder that the reason we need that neutral bridge asset to sit between these CBDCs is really because it's a monetary policy issue. This is why I've said we need to entertain XRP, which we see as a currency, possibly getting a security designation so it doesn't become a monetary policy issue for all the governments around the world and their money, and more importantly, a sovereignty issue. If it has the same equivalent legal tender status XRP to the US dollar or the Japanese yen, we can now challenge its existence. But if XRP were to have some kind of classification that allows it to work at its full-scale intended use, but not challenge the major currencies of the world and those central banks and their power and the government sovereignties around the world, then I believe you have a real solution that makes everyone a little more comfortable. In any case, as Lagarde recently noted, we're not there. Much work remains to be done to make CBDC architectures resilient to fraud, cyber attack, and protective of privacy. And, Bulldog Brewer just said it best. He says the most interesting question is what protocol will CBDCs build upon, XLM or XRP? And I just thought that was a great follow-up from Bulldog Brewer right there. And am I following? Yeah, I want to make sure I'm following that guy. All right, so that's where we're at with Benoit Coeure, and they're doing it, okay? That's what's happening. They're doing it. Now, when they roll it out, there's the question none of us actually have the answer to. But one thing's for sure, knowing that we're looking at 2022, the digital yuan is going to be on the world stage. I would think that sometime between now and then, we're not going to allow that to be the only thing that is showcased on the world stage. So let's see what's going on here. This is from Eric XRP Veil Nailer. Thank you, Eric. I hope you and your family are well. Bitcoin analyst says XRP will annihilate almost every other altcoin. Oh, you don't say. I wonder if the person who wrote this article really understands XRP, because I think they do. Let's get into this really quickly here. A contrarian investor known in the industry as Crypto Whale believes that XRP eventually will wipe out nearly every other altcoin. In a new tweet storm, Crypto Whale tells his 34,000 followers that XRP will be one of the last coins standing. And listen to why he says so. Once the crypto industry enters a new phase of regulatory scrutiny, and acceptance, the only project in the entire market that is pushing for crypto regulations is XRP. True story. They know that once regulations are added, it will completely annihilate almost every other altcoin and make XRP's demand skyrocket. Bingo! Nailed it. The crypto investor highlights that while other coins are booming, Ripple is quietly doing the work behind the scenes to ensure that its native token complies with requirements of government agencies. Touché, my friend. Crypto Whale is not all talk, as he says he's looking to purchase more XRP once the correction is over. You can bank on that one. I've been involved with XRP since 2013, and let me tell you, there's a reason it's always held its spot at number 3 and number 5 in the top section. As for those who have written off XRP, Crypto Whale offers a big picture. People often hate on XRP because it hasn't moved in 2.5 years. This time range is so tiny in the investment world. Be patient, he says. XRP is up more than 10,000% since 2014. has steadily held its position at the top 5 coin for several years. The crypto investor also says he understands why XRP has so many haters. The boom in 2017 undeniably resulted in a large chunk of investors buying in at the top. These losses have subsequently turned many into haters. I always encourage people to do their own research and not only hate something due to emotions. For now, Crypto Whale believes that the correction will persist, but he will notify his followers once he thinks XRP and Bitcoin have carved a bottom. Now, listen, none of this is financial advice that we talk about here on the show, but I do want to say that I concur with what Crypto Whale has said here. This is a big moment, and there's always been this distraction of XRP. Mainstream media broadly doesn't want to mention it. They'll mention any other coin but XRP. And we all understand, if we've been in this space for any length of time, that XRP has been doing the market infrastructure and building all of that between the central banks and the sophisticated financial institutions for any kind of cross-border transactions, whether it be derivatives or remittances. So at the end of the day, I think we see a situation that looks a lot like the early days of the internet. This is from XRP Mammy. And listen to this little clip here.
Eliot Spitzer's investigation revealed that the investment banks had promoted internet companies they knew would fail. Stock analysts were being paid based on how much business they brought in, and what they said publicly was quite different from what they said privately.
You know, history doesn't always repeat, but it sure does rhyme, doesn't it? You know, at the end of the day, I have to say, if that didn't, I mean, when I first heard that this morning, it literally just sent me sideways, because I was like, wow. I mean, that's, to me, is exactly what we're witnessing with XRP. We're witnessing the distraction to focus on Bitcoin or Dogecoin or some other coin. Not that there aren't good projects out here, not that Bitcoin isn't, but I'm just saying there's all this other attention. Hardly ever do you hear anyone talk about that top 5 spot for XRP and what its real, true, intended use is. And it's not retail consumer driven. It is for sophisticated financial institutions. Doesn't mean we won't be able to use it and put it to work for us, but that's what its full scale intended use is for. That's going to do it for me. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. XRP is going to annihilate the altcoins and the altcoin space. Make sure you leave a comment below and share with somebody you know, and check out all the links in the description box and the comment section. Guys, if you're not aware of it, check this out. This is linked to, and they've got some incredible products. I'm telling you, Marqeta is just amazing. Let me tell you if I can find this really quickly here, because I'm going to tell you what, Kraken is on there, Uphold, but I wanted to share this with you. As I understand it, Marqeta plans to IPO within the next year, but they haven't announced it yet. And I'm not sure if you know this either, but Marqeta, I believe, handles credit processing for Goldman Sachs. Yeah, who'd have thunk it, right? Make sure you join Link 2. You do have to be an accredited investor, and it is private investing made simple, and it is a great crew of people, and they have some incredible learning groups that they put together and conferences. So make sure you download the free app and join that community. I'll catch all of you on the next one.